the daily chart that I have opened. It is not yet totally anchored. So obviously the anchors are there just to make my job simpler. But yeah, let's start. Uh, so if we look at the last 1 year, so the current year, we'll look at the April throw, obviously the bottom in April. So that's the obvious anchor point. But if we look at the current condition, current price action, and current levels, that level is, I would say, unattainable for now. So we are not uh, going to this level yet. So what do we do? Where are the anchors that we can trade on a daily basis? So for that, we have to go to beyond the top. So this is the top and beyond the top. So these areas, and we'll have to find the anchors. Where are the bottoms? So let's move to 1 hour. So we are going back above the highs. So this is the highs, and we are going to the anchors that are there, that are present there above that. So obviously, the lowest part of this breakout and this bottom is here, and that's where we are anchoring. When after we anchor it, our job is to just simply trade confirmations on or off of this. So this obviously there's a lot of noise here. Then a good confirmation, breakdown, but again pull back, good confirmation, and it goes on again, same level, good confirmation, same level, good confirmation. This is just this week. So that bottom that was created earlier in the week, this is that. So now you'd say why we have these other anchors that are there. So these are weekly anchors. So let's say we're looking at the current chart. What is the most bottom point? Is this? This is the 20th August, recent month bottom, and that's why I have placed an anchor to get short-term levels. So this is a less important level. So let's mark it something different, white. And this is the uh, top one. So let's mark it red because it's a bearish level as well. So this is the peak, the price peak AVWAP, and this is the sorry, I marked the wrong one. So this is the long term bullish one. So this is the bullish one. So these three. So this is our short term white one. These two are long term, but one from peak, one from pro, and that's where we can trade. That's where we can get our execution. That's where we can get the confirmations and trade accordingly to that. So obviously 1 hour. This is 1 hour chart. On 1 hour, it's too late for this. So what do? We go to 15 minutes. And we also have the RSI to back our trades. We also have the moving average printed here. So there are two colors moving average. Let's make these colors more visible. So let's make this, let's say, breakout for green. And yeah, pink one can stay. Let's make it wider. Okay. So if we go through any of the charts, any of the levels, what we are essentially looking are for breakouts. So that's a breakout here. This is again from the bearish one. Now let's move to something more difficult. So this is a much more difficult trade to execute. The breakout had happened earlier. The price moves back. This is the opening candle, moves back above the AVWAP on the opening candle. The next candle is a pullback one, holds kind of exactly on the AVWAP. And if we look at in the moment, I think we will see, let's say, remove this, and we will see that it is wait, it is holding exactly that gap and the moving averages and everything. So that at that point, even though this is a bearish candle, even though there is a lot of noise here, that is your execution point with this kind of sorry, long position. So let's say close, at close, this is $77 target, and this is a $60 risk. So one-to-one trade, and after we let it go for the next 15 minutes, it is just become something else. And yeah, that gap in risk to reward is met at that point. Obviously, this could have been a data point, this could have been a news point, and this could have been anything else. So the best way to avoid all that is, in my opinion, to trade technicals. We cannot predict news, we cannot uh, know what the news will bring, but we can make sure our trade has a clear SL, clear point of risk that we can take, and that's the approach I think we should take. But there will be situations like this as well. So let's go to this situation. So after breaking out of the uh, Wednesday, so 6th of August is breaking out of this AVWAP, and then it's not coming back to the AVWAP until the 20th of August. So there's a lot of long period here that the price is not inside in coming back to this. So how do we trade those situations? So what is our approach in those situations? That's where the shorter term AVWAPs come in that I mentioned. So if we print the shorter term AVWAPs, so this is the 1st of August. This is, let's say, market this different color. It's still not coming into play. So we're not still getting that. Uh, in that moment, let's say we are trading, when we are trading, and it's not coming back to our AVWAPs. In those situations, we have to be relying on the general direction of the market, because the pullbacks are not enough. The pullbacks are not giving us the trades that to the levels that we want. We have to trade the direction of the market. We have to trade the larger direction, which is the bullish one. And in that bullish trend, that continuous bullish trend, we have to find the correct entries and then just keep executing on the lower time frames. So we will have the idea of the direction. So let's say this is our direction upwards. From there, we are looking upwards. And in that, we are looking for trades that are carrying momentum. So here, the breakout happens. It's too far away from the moving averages, may or may not execute. Similar thing, but here you are given a pullback and confirmation of the moving averages. So this is something that we can take on that particular week. So that's, let's say, the close of this candle would be our trade, and we would have a risk here upwards of $100. We have a target that's barely $100, so 1-to-1. But at the end of the day, it's making, so this is around 7:30. So at the end of the day, so it's making 2-to-1. So it kind of justifies. But at the beginning of the trade, it is still 1-to-1. So yeah, that's I think all the approach that we can take with respect to trading the AVWAPs. Sometimes it will not be hit, and in those situations, we'll have to trend the direction. So for example, here again, this is trend that is bearish. So it's a bearish trend, and just trading the direction is important here until these kind of levels are reached. And these kind of levels, when they are reached, that's where big decisions are important, become important. And yeah, trade has to be taken in consideration with many aspects, but mostly confirmation of those levels and reversals.